Tim's Workshop out here in the mini shed. Going to continue on with this 1965 40 horse VW motor, rebuilding it, and got back from vacation. It's been a while. Did some on location videos. So we're going to get back on this. Hey, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, leave comments, hit the notification bell, and if you like, give me a like. Hit the old hand thing and let your friends and family and your doggies too, buddy, where you at, know about Tim's Workshop on my YouTube. So let's continue on with this VW project. What I did is, since it's been so long since I torqued these, 23 foot-pounds is what I came up with. Make sure that when you do any torques on these motors, make sure you look up your motor and what kind of motor it is and all that, and have a service manual that shows the correct information. So don't go by what I'm doing, okay? Go by what you know that is right per your manual, okay? So anyway, when I looked it up, it said 21 to 25 foot-pounds. So I torqued these at 23 foot-pounds, and since it'd been a while, 2 weeks since I worked on this thing, I went through and double checked the torques on every one of these and make sure they're all torqued. So the next thing after that is you need to take a punch, hit the washer that's in here where this little groove is. You got to hit the washer, and that'll peen it, and that'll keep this bolt. It's just one extra thing to keep this bolt from loosening up. It moves so fast in there with the RPM that you definitely don't want these coming loose. Okay, we're going to find a punch here, and then we're going to go through and punch every one of these. I think this one's going to work good. Okay, so we'll just put it right there, and there we go. That one's peened. That one's peened. That one's done, and that one. Rotate these over and do the other side. Okay, so that's done. So all the peening is done. So the next thing is getting out the other bushings and marking them. So I'm going to put the distributor in. I'm going to put it in after I have the halves together. I watch VW Darren, and I think that's a better way of doing it. Some people do it before they put the crankshaft in, but I'm going to do it after. Let's put this thing in. We want 3 and 4 down. Get this one set up so it's correct. Let's see how this fits. Fits pretty good. I think I got it in there. It moves forward and aft, but it doesn't move side to side. I think we're good. Yep. Looks good. Next thing is put the lifters in. I was editing what I've done so far, and I noticed that one of the clips was like really short and it didn't have anything on it. So what I was going to put on that clip, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what I did. That way it's documented and you get to see what was done. All right. What I did is, after I was done peening the washers, after I did the Torx on these, I wanted to get the case prepped to put the crankshaft in with the new bearings. So what I did is I had this one marked on the sides, on both sides, and I had this one marked on both sides as far as where the split is, the half, right? And I did the same thing on the back thrust bearing. The main bearing, it's two halves, right? Before I put the main bearing in here, I had to have the dowel pins back in. So there's four dowel pins that go in here, and then the upper part of the case takes one dowel pin on the bearing that goes on top here, the main bearing. All the bearings were marked where the split is. The dowel pinholes on these facing down to where the dowel pins are. The main bearing, the lower part, on the dowel pin, and made sure it was all the way down on both sides. Put the lifters in. There we go. Okay. Put a little oil on these. Got to mark, clean the cam. I got the cam marked. Got that. Put some lube on the cam. Now let's move this. Okay. There we go. There's some marks. Let's see how the cam moves with the rest of it here. Oh yeah. All right. Well, let's get this cleaned up and ready to hit with the cleaner. So that's good. We'll wipe her down too with brake clean. Make that nice and smooth for getting the oil pump in. Okay. Almost got it. All right. Well, we're back on it here. Let me get some gloves on. We're going to close this case up. I already put some shims in behind the case because, you know, the load on the front of this, we don't want the load too heavy on this without support back here, because I only got 2 bolts in it right now. The 3rd bolt we'll put in once we get the upper part of the case on. So we got that going, and then I got some moly lube, some break-in lube for the tops of these lifters. We need to get that on there. And then also I measured the gap. Since these are new lifters, I rotated this around. What I got here is I put in 24, 23, and 22, so that's way over 60 thou. And I got the lobe by the top of the lifter, and it slides in there. It's definitely good. And if I added in a full 1/10 of an inch, 100 thou, we'd be between the 60 and 100 thou. So we're good. And I checked each one of these, so I rotated it around to check it. But I need to get the moly lube on here, so what we're going to do is get this cam back out of here, clean the oil off these a little bit. Okay, now we're going to put the moly lube on it. Engine lube. I've had this engine lube for quite a long time, so put some of that on there. This is good break-in grease. We'll do the same on the ones out here. I've got that on all the lifters. Now we can put the cam back in. So now we got to put some lube on the gears, the oil. Now let's rotate this around. Alright, there we go. That's number 1. Pointing up, make sure this is all clean. It looks like it still is. And we're going to clean the mating surface on the other one. Got to get the cap. Take some brake clean, put it on the rag. Okay. Alrighty. Get some of this sealant. Now I'm going to clean the other one out here. Apparently this doesn't matter which way, so we're going to go ahead and put it on there like that. Now we're going to go around and get the sealant on here. Let's turn the camera around a little bit. There we go. Now we don't want to go overboard on this, since we're going to put the sealant on both sides. You want coverage on it, but you don't want it dripping thick, you know. That's why I'm spreading it out this way. Now a little bit over here. Okay. Now get this one over here. Need to put a little bit more on this cap. that. I think we're ready. Oh, missed the area over here. There we go. Put a little bit more oil. Let's see, a little oil there, a little oil there, a little oil, oil, oil there, oil there, there. Okay. And where else? So we're good there. Don't need oil on the. We need some oil on this one. Okay. There we go. And some oil on here. All right, I think we got it. I got the clips in. These clips, they have like a little angle, 90-degree angle. And the top of the lifters have a recessed area. You just make sure that the both sides of this is squeezed together, and those little 90-degree angles on these clips are pushed into the lifters, and then make sure the lifters are all the way in. Also, that'll help. And then just make sure that these are they're in there. Okay, so now raise this up and drop this on. All right. Okay, there's that one, that one. Okay, next one is 24. Okay. Okay, now we need to torque this one first, the small one. And that is at 14 foot-pounds. Okay, these other ones are 25 foot-pounds. All right, 25. There we go, 25 foot-pounds. So let's start over here first. A little at a time. Okay. Okay. All right. There we go. Now, make sure these things turn. Take it back apart. Pulley out. Okay. Snugged up. Get these on. Get these snugged. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. Let's make sure this thing spins. Oh yeah. Okay, now let's torque on. This guy is 14 foot-pounds. 14. Okay. Now it gets wedged in there pretty good, so. Now, the next one is up to 25 foot-pounds. Alright, we'll start here. Okay, make sure it still spins. Oh yeah. Good. Now full torque. Okay. Make sure. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. So we're good. Okay, now we're going to go around and torque all these small ones, put them in, and then this area here, we'll leave those loose now so we can get the oil pump in there. But everything else we can torque all the way around except for these three. And then when we put the oil pump in, we've got to get the other studs in here. I ordered the gasket kit because we need the gaskets for this. So it'll be part 4 building the long block. Okay? So as soon as I get this torqued, that'll be the end of this video. These are the M12 millimeter bolts, and these are the M8s. So we'll start over here, and we're going to start at 14 foot-pounds. This one here is a part that goes on the motor for the doghouse. So it's the mechanism that opens the vent up and down. So that goes in later. We got these corner bolts to do yet. Okay, there we go. Let's make sure this thing spins. Oh yeah. There we go. It's time to start building the long block. Short block works. We got the everything spins. We're good. So we've got everything torqued on the short block except for where the oil pump goes. Want to keep that part loose, and then once the oil pump's in, then we can torque it down. So I got the gasket kit coming from J-Bugs and housing for the fuel pump. That's coming too. Hopefully it's the right one. There's some that they make that they don't fit very good, so we'll see. It's cheap, so if it's not the right one, I'll keep looking and get the right one. So until next video, we'll see ya.